Hey everybody, welcome to Club and Country on the road. I'm Russ Thaler here at Avaya Stadium in San Jose, where the U.S. national team is going to be training all week in preparation for their opener against Colombia, just up the road in Santa Clara. Now, they had a few really successful run-up matches into this Copa America Centenario, and we wanted to know, what did they learn from those games that they can take into training this week? And this is what we found out.
Definitely what we learned is, how to kind of deal a little bit more with the South American style, how they kind of, interact, how they, tactically kind of challenge you. We took a lot of confidence out of those two games that we are competitive with the South American teams, and we have to prove that now on Friday.
I think that the biggest point was that we wanted to win both games to come out and go start with two friendlies with 2 wins in that tournament. You can feel like in the group that it start to get like more fire in. People get excited for that first game, and we all cannot wait to start.
So that's what the players are saying. I also had a chance to catch up with the Armchair Analyst, Matt Doyle, to hear what he thinks about what the U.S. can take from their previous matches into the opener.
I think we finally learned the right lineup information. Well, the right formation at least. Look, Jurgen Klinsmann came in 5 years ago saying, I want to play a 4-3-3. It's the modern, attacking, proactive formation of our dreams. And he has gone against that at every opportunity. And then these last 2 games, well, the last 1.5 games happened with Michael Bradley playing in defensive midfield and the 4-3-3 functioning perfectly around him. And I think if you have Bradley at the number 6 spot and then the number 1 choice in central defense, which is Jeff Cameron and John Brooks, I think you have the correct spine. And if you have that spine correct, a lot of good things can happen.
So you like the formation, but still some pretty big questions about the lineup. Some people like that whole Bedoya Jones ahead of Bradley, but what about Nagbe and Pulisic, who've come on late and really made things happen for the United States? Which way should Jurgen go?
Well, I think you just said it. They've come on late and made things happen for the U.S. There is something to be said for having super subs who are super technical, and Pulisic in particular is just ruthless in the box. So I like going with the experience in central midfield with Bradley and then Jones and Bedoya ahead of him to start the game. And then you have the game changers in Nagbe and Pulisic to come in and hopefully get the goal. Maybe, seals passage into the quarterfinals for the U.S. or maybe even beyond.
A lot of optimism, and part of that is in comfort and seeing something that has worked. But how much confidence do you have in Jurgen Klinsmann to keep that ball rolling?
That is a question. Every time you see something that works with the U.S. team and you think you're going to see it for the next game, he's like Lucy pulling the football away from Charlie Brown. He just doesn't do it. I mean, it took 3 years for Brooks and Cameron to start together in central defense for their second time. And these guys are Premiership and Bundesliga starters. It should be so easy. I've talked myself into being optimistic because the talent is there, and we saw it in the last game. It's functional and it works together, but the question you raise is a good one, Russ. You never know with Jurgen. It could be a 3-6-1. Who knows?
So that'll do it for this edition of Club and Country. Continuous coverage coming your way all tournament long right here on MLSsoccer.com.